Hey guys, and welcome to my blog. Today I'm going to be talking about how I've been seeing how life is like an 8-second ride. So there's a few things that have been just popping up in my mind lately and I just have to share. So I'm guessing you have kind of heard, I think it was Jim Carrey and Will Smith are really good at talking about this topic on how life is kind of like a wave and how you kind of fall out of the wave and kind of fall into the wave and get to the motion of it. Well, life is like that during an 8-second ride on, if you've ever, ridden a bareback bronc, saddle bronc, a steer or a bull, or even, just a saddle horse that you're training and it starts bucking and you want to get into the rhythm of it, right? You don't want to get backed off and lose your balance, because life is all about balance, and it's like that when you ride an animal. So there's no right or wrong way to do it. You just want to get into the rhythm of it and get the hang of it and get into that wave. So get into that flow. So if you're riding a bareback horse, you want to get your spur rhythm going up the neck, get your spur action and get the lift. And then if you're riding a saddle bronc, you want to get your spur action alongside the horse with your stirrups, and you want to get your lift with your arm and get this arm in balance. If you're riding a steer, you can use 1 or 2 hands. I did 2 hands, so it's a lot of chest and a lot of lifting and keeping your chin tucked, because once you fall, you can fall forward and get backed off. If you're riding 1 hand, this is for steers and bulls, then you want to get into the rhythm. If the animal's turning this way or turning this way, you want to get that lift in that chest, and you never know what the animal's gonna do. Just like life, you never know what it's gonna throw at you. You just have to keep your focus and keep your balance. Because it's unpredictable. You never know what life's. There's, we'll see. She's grown up so much. Hi, Cece. You never know what life's gonna throw at you. Just like when you're riding rough stock. You never know what the animal's gonna do, where it's gonna go. It might turn back, it might run, it might belly roll. Yeah, so you just never know. It's like riding the wave. I got a couple notes here too. There's just you and the animal, so it's just you and your life. You're out there, you don't have a team. It's just you and your life and your ride. It has its ups and downs, right? Like you get bucked off, you make a good ride. No ride is ever the same. No life is ever the same. Everybody's on their own journey, on their own ride. Can only go jump for jump. You can't predict what's gonna happen. Even though if you're like me, I'm getting a lot better at this. It's practice. All of life is just literally a practice. If you're like me, then you have struggled or are struggling with, I always wanted to know what was happening next, trying to plan for the future, trying to think ahead, trying to think of, how my life is gonna look, reading so many tarot cards, getting readings, getting a lot of stuff done just so I can know and have that control and how to see what's gonna happen in my life, because that's just how it was for me. I was obsessed. I couldn't actually just enjoy the ride, enjoy life. My dogs are playing in the backyard. In the background, I'm just making sure they don't sneak off on me. They take off buggers. But yeah, you can only go jump for jump. You can only ride the wave. Don't know what's coming next. Life sometimes bucks you off, but you have to choice. You get back on. Same thing with injuries, like trauma and hurt in life is when you're riding rough stock, or all events in rodeo for that. It's not if you're gonna get hurt, it's when and how bad, just like life. It's not if you'll get hurt, it's when and how bad. And sometimes suffering from these injuries, we have a hard time getting back on. And sometimes they affect how we do, but we can't let those injuries interfere with our future and our future rides. We just have to heal the best that we can and get back on. There's judges. So people will judge you all the time. There's no way to stop it. Everybody has their own mind, their own opinions. Everything is just an interesting point of view. Yeah, so the judges. There'll always be somebody judging you. And just remember, people will only judge you of what they judge themselves. So I catch myself judging others. You know, it's a practice as well. It's easy to fall into. Don't beat yourself up about it. And don't let judgment of others hurt you. I was really bad at this before. I would take every little judgment and, you know, think about what you have been around, what the kind of people you've been around your whole life. Have they put you down? Have you been bullied? Have you been the bullier? It's all trauma, and, you know, don't beat yourself up about it for judging somebody else. Just say, oh, you know, that's an interesting point of view, that I have that point of view. And, yeah, same with the judging. You know, it's an interesting point of view that somebody has about me. And just, that's okay. It's all right. Everybody has their own opinions and their points of view, and they're all just interesting. They're all just part of it. Hey, you guys, get back here. Freya. They're not taking off on me. But yeah, so take it easy on yourself. There'll always be judges. Same with the crowd. There'll always be somebody watching you. Always be somebody who wants you to succeed. Always be somebody who doesn't want you to succeed. Always be somebody who sees your life as an entertainment. I think, you know, it's kind of like the crowd, how some people are just watching for their entertainment, and that's okay. Same with competitors. Some competitors will take it really seriously, see it as a competition, like as life. And, you know, some people, but the whole point of it is the enjoyment of it, of the ride, of, you know, the event, of life, enjoying life. Days, bad days, at the end of the day, all we can do is try hard and give it our all. So that's what I have for notes. Brushing up a little bit more. So yeah, at the end of the day, all we can do is just do the things that spark joy and bring joy into our lives, and just learning that balance and keep practicing that balance and taking it easy on ourselves and learning to love ourselves and love others. And, you know, you are important too. The rider is very important. And just going with the flow and enjoying life, because you can only take it jump for jump. You know, there's only 8 seconds till quitting time. There's only our lives. Each of us have a life, and if we're not living it and enjoying it, then, you know, we just got to make it what it is. And if we get bucked off, that's okay. If people judge us, that's okay. You know, just remember, there's you, and you have your you have your gifts and your way of doing your life, and just take it jump for jump and give it your all. So that's all I have for today. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on Wednesday for the next one.